Yo, 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 what up, man? Chris, somebody checking in, man. Back with the blog, man. Make sure that like button and subscribe button anyway, and I appreciate all the support. Salute, 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 man. Happy New Year to everybody, man. I definitely want to say that. What is y'all New Year's resolution, man? Put in the comments section what your New Year's resolution is. What are y'all striving for? What are y'all trying to achieve? Anybody want to get in the trucking business, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? We doing consultations. We doing it all, man. If you want to get into the trucking business, the cleaning business, Jam Pro, you want to get into the cleaning business, you want to own a franchise, you want to clean buildings or whatever, properties and all that kind of stuff, let me know about that. What else is going on? This is a new channel, by the way. Don't be confused by the logo. It says Chris Unbiased -2. That means this is the second Chris Unbiased channel. I don't know if I'm going to get my first channel back. You know, we got Christmas, we got New Year's. I still have to appeal and see what goes on, but the likelihood of it coming back is probably not going to happen. But, you know, we'll cross our fingers, man. But if not, we're going to keep it moving on this channel. So subscribe, because I didn't put out 3 videos, 19,000 views, 14,000 views, 16,000 views. Only 6,000 subs, though. Can we hit the subscribe button, man? Normally I tell y'all hit the like button. Can we hit the subscribe button, man? Because this video right here would at least get 10,000 views, maybe 5,000, 8,000 something. So I mean, you know, can I get my subscribers up? Can we do that for the new year? But a lot going on in battle rap that I have not been blogging about, but I am going to blog about what's going on. First of all, let me talk about. I saw Angry Fan did a blog about battle rap took a major hit. I saw that title yesterday. He was talking about Frank White, who is a sponsor who's been, you know, pretty much in battle rap for the last few years. He's put a lot of money into battle rap. It looks like he's leaving due to politics. And you know, I don't ever want to really disrespect anybody that's put money into the culture and try to do at least the right thing. So I will say that. I do appreciate the fact that Frank White has tried to do some battles. I think he paid for Twerk versus Big K. So these are the kind of battles that I think he helped out with. You know what I'm saying? But if we being real, he got too fanned out. Let's just keep it a buck. He got too fanned out. He started doing spaces. He's acting like he's leaving, but then he's interviewing battlers right now. He just did an interview with Easy and probably some other people if you go to his channel or whatever. So he hasn't quite left. And this is just another example of what happens. These sponsors come into battle rap, and then it's like divide and conquer. So when the sponsors first come into battle rap, it's like they only deal with the league owner. So they're talking to Smack, they're talking to ARP or somebody, or they're talking to Organic or something. And then but they're always fans of ballers. So then they get to know the ballers, and then the ballers get their phone number, and then they start hitting them up directly. Like, yo, I'm thinking about battling T-Top. You know what I'm saying? Can I get you to sponsor the battle? I don't know if URL will pay for it. And slowly but surely, sponsors start to control cards. They start to determine who's on card, what's on card, stuff like that. Do y'all remember when Easy was trying to battle Twerk on his league, and then he was all this talk, and the next thing you know, he was acting like he didn't want to battle Twerk because Twerk may not do the right stuff. A lot of that battle was gonna be sponsored by Frank White. And if you remove Twerk from that situation, then Easy is going to negotiate with Frank on who the next opponent will be. So they have a lot of power with the cards, don't they? They putting up their money at certain people they want to see. They get in these spaces. They get cool with people. They get cool with the Eunices and the Capos and Jack Boy this and this person this. And then they start like, yo, we want this person on the card and this person on the card and that on the card. And they pay for this battle. So in one breath, you respect the fact that they put their money into the battle, but they tend to do a little too much. And I honestly think Frank White, he got way too fanned out, almost on some meat rider-ish. To keep it real with you, gotta get your meat ride down, man. Frank, you gotta get your meat ride. And I just feel like it's almost like he just paid money to sit at the cool table in a way. And he's an actor. I don't know anything he's been in. I don't know any movies, shows, anything, but clearly he got money because he didn't put $250,000 in a battle rap, you know, maybe even more. And he's very vocal about that. That's another problem with sponsors. They talk too much. They start telling. He was in a space and listed literally every battle he paid for. Like, why? Why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? And I don't really get what you get out of that. It's almost like kind of coming off as bragging, and I think that sponsors should kind of remain behind closed doors, and they should let the league do stuff, because the problem is a lot of battlers don't respect sponsors because they're trying to buy their way into the culture and they don't respect them. So you're, instead of trying to say I'm gonna sponsor a battle and I'm gonna put it on RBE, the best thing to do is to let ARP set everything up, because the respect is already there with ARP. So he can set the battle up, he can do the battle, and then you never have to know it was a Frank White battle. But what happens is that Frank White was always tweeting about battles. He posted, we're looking forward to Big K versus Twerk on RBE, another We the Fans production, sponsorship. And I think that that's just way too much. And then he gets in spaces with the Tatis and the Bosses and the Jack Boys and this and that and that and this. And now he's in space with Verb. And you know how Verb is the spin master. So Verb is just, he tells Verb that he was trying to do some battles, including him, and that league owners did not want to book Verb. They didn't want to put Verb on the card. And like, first of all, why would you even tell Verb that? You a sponsor, bro. Like, why are you in the space even saying that? You know what I'm saying? And if you're gonna say it, at least say who it is. You know, we clearly know he can't come back to URL. We know what's up with that. But who else? Like, I just feel like if you're gonna put business out there, put it all the way out. Like, you just, oh, leagues don't want you. Leagues didn't want me to pay for your battles. Who? Say who it is. You know what I'm saying? But he got issues with a lot of leagues. This is not nothing new. Verb takes that, spins it a different way. It becomes something else. Next thing you know, I don't know what relationship Frank and Verb got going on now. But we see this with Harry. We have seen this literally everybody, bro. Like, literally every sponsor has damn near been that way. The Cigarello dude started meeting ballers, having ballers wear his clothing. We just see that across the board, you know, unless he's like an NBA player that just comes in, pays for one battle and gets the hell on. That's happened a couple times. Everybody that sticks around in battle rap and sponsors battle, all the way down to Gerald McCoy, they tend to start to do way too much in battle rap. And it becomes a little bit more harmful than it is helpful, if I'm being real with you. So that's where I feel about that. But I will salute him on the battles that he did. You know, I do think that those were a good look. Anytime you put money in the culture, I can't come on camera and hate on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I may not like the way you move or certain alliances that you're gaining or whatever, but I can't be mad that you spent your bread, because some of them battles that he spent money on were pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I think he paid for some battles on he paid for battles on every league, damn near every league. Trenches, URL, RBE, maybe even Bags and Bodies. So I don't know about RBE. I think RBE, but definitely Bags and Bodies. So every league. Brizz, Rothstein, and Verb, they're going at it. I can't say I didn't see this coming. Let me try to go back to where I think it started from. So this all started ever since really since the J Mills stuff. You know, J Mills came out. He started dissing, you know, DNA. He started dissing Goods, and then he had I think he said something about T-Top. You know, I think T-Top was basically kind of like in Goods and them Goods and DNA comments, trying to like, yeah, get that nigga Mills. So Mills said something about T-Top, like, yo, if you want some smoke, you can get some smoke. That right there turned into Verb and Brizz are always in a space. I don't know why Brizz is in a space, bro. Like, I don't even know why you in battle rap. You get no respect. You don't want to battle, but you kind of want to hang around a little bit. You still want to have an opinion. You still want to brag about what you've done, but you don't want to lace up your boots. I don't really understand that. And battle rap is very toxic. And if you trying to, you know, be a Muslim and turn your life around and be more peaceful, spaces ain't where the peace is at. So, but I get it. He's in there to each his own. Verb starts talking to Brizz about, yo, what's up with your man T-Top? You know, Mills won't smoke with him. He don't want no smoke. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be a St. Louis nigga. St. Louis nigga would have been down the track. Couldn't be a St. Louis nigga. One thing about St. Louis, you know, nigga even think about saying our name. We hop on the track. You know, I don't know what's up with you North Carolina niggas. Y'all niggas don't want to. He was on that shit, right? Okay. So Brizz was, of course, defending T-Top. And then somehow it flips to where Verb and J Mills are going at it, right? They're going at it now. And what are we on, like day 76 and still no Verb track? So Verb hasn't done a track yet. So that got them ish talking to each other like, yo, J Mills won't smoke with you. Where you at? Where you doing this? You doing that? So that got them talking. So it went from T-Top and J Mills to Verb talking to Brizz about what's up with your man's T-Top scared, to where he was defending T-Top, to now Mills won't smoke with Verb, and Brizz is on Verb helmet like, where's your track at? Where's your track at? Then they bring Mook into space. Mook goes into the space, talks about the battle. I might do a blog on Mook because he dropped the contract, which I think is hilarious. We're going to talk Mook. But Mook comes into space. He starts talking about the battle. Basically, he starts talking shit about T-Top, little ish about Brizz. And then that prompted Verb and Brizz to go at it about when are you going to battle Mook. And that's basically kind of what's been kicking us off. And Verb just flat out told him, like, yo, I don't think you can beat Mook. Like, I think Mook gonna smoke you. I don't think you can rock with him. Now, some of this could be how he really feel, and some of this could be trolling. But I think Brizz took this way too far, bro. And I ain't even just talking about, because obviously he disrespected Verb's mother of his kids. And I don't really mind Verb disrespect, because I feel like Verb go over the top all the time. So Verb do too much disrespecting anyway. Like, he was just telling, him and Hitman was going at it. He was just saying Cinnamon didn't get shot. To me, Verb with the disrespect go over the top. It was just even before then, Verb just had an opinion that I just don't think you can rock with Mook. And then from there, it was just like Brizz was just, oh, you a dick rider, and you a this, and you a that, and all this kind of stuff, and y'all be meat pulling. Let me see if I can play a little bit of. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see.
Understand, and you one of them, Verb. Y'all gotta be on record saying Mook going. Y'all gotta be on record with them guys in your favor.
Why?
Because I'm the kind of nigga that's what go on in battle rap. Not everybody. Hold on, I'm talking to Verb right quick. Not everybody, but a lot of y'all gotta be on record, because Mook might hear this and just hope you want to be in his good graces. We call it dick riding where I'm from. But I'm a chill right now this morning.
Okay, but what?
So y'all gotta be on record saying, yeah, I think Mook's gonna win. Oh my God, I think Mook's. You doing a lot. You be giving up a whole lot of love and shit to them. Like I told you yesterday.
I'm just asking you though. But what if we think he actually gonna kick your ass though?
Say it again, bro.
What if we actually think he gonna kick your ass though?
Oh well, then that's cool. Somebody got to, somebody got to pick something.
All right, so just the mere fact that Verb was saying that he don't think he can rock with Mook, bro, Brizz just got triggered. Like, this whole space I'm listening to, he just got triggered. This just lets me know how much. I always talk about how Brizz, I don't ever feel like Brizz can beat Mook because he can't win the mental game. He already lost the mental game. So he just said, Verb said, so what if we just feel like Mook will kick your ass? Oh, that's cool. But the minute Verb say Mook could kick your ass, it's like, oh, you meat ride, you this, you that. So he goes on and on and on. From there, this whole conversation just turns into like a bunch of accomplishments by Brizz. He acting like he reinvented battle rap, how he done all this stuff, and how him and T-Top kicked the doors down. He act like battle rap basically went from Mook and Lux to Brizz and T-Top. He forget all the work Verb and the Hitmans and the Young Ills and the DNAs and the Cortezes and all these early people put in, because he gets into this whole braggadocious thing. Let me play it.
After I battled you, why we gotta do this every time I'm in here? Be quiet. Do you want to get Eric in here or not? Not you, Bill. Excuse me.
Yes.
So well, let's get him in here then. Because you starting to do a lot of fraud and fronting. Because your problem. Let's get Eric Beasley in here.
Wait, hold on. You think you're more anything than me and you died to me?
At URL, hell yeah, I'm more than you, nigga. What you don't get?
So look, let's do the book thing.
What you don't get? They created everything off of me. Rookies versus S was off me and Top. Everything. The tag team double impact shit was off me and T-Top. The tag team double impact shit was off me and T-Top back. Every was off me and T-Top back. We came through and 3-0 chance started. You didn't do a whole bunch of other. a whole bunch of other. You was one of them. You did a little bit of work.
So we did.
So you wasn't nothing like me though. Listen, you wasn't nothing like me though, because Charlie was whipping your ass and made you look real immature and light when you saw him. But when I saw you, I didn't look how you look versus Charlie.
See what I mean? He said, "Oh, we started 3-0 chance." If I'm not mistaken, I think Clips got 3-0 chance on Verb at Summer Madness. That was before you ever got the URL. But I digress. You know what I'm saying? But so he gets into this whole thing, and now mind you, he is going this hard because people got Mook winning the battle versus him. He gets in his feelings about it, and now he's going like way over the top. Let me go a little bit further. He starts talking about how he's still on his money tip that he won't.
What the shit? That is crazy.
I ain't never been a human that would dare take my.
You better not, and you better not.
You know that ain't my style of play.
Because that was getting ready to really disappoint me with you, brother.
That shit don't even make sense. I let humans.
Man, shit.
Man, are we getting you?
I'd rather you give me a leg shot than block me than drop me from the speaker.
Man, that ain't my style of play, brother. That ain't my thing. I said.
You know, I don't.
I don't never operate like that. Hey, so is you gonna take a move? That's what we waiting on. You take a move?
They got if they paying me, I am gonna do it for sure. We've been talking about it. If they gonna pay me, you know what I mean? We gonna do it for sure. But they can't pay me no little bit of money though.
If you find some $100,000 niggas, Brizz, you better call my fucking phone.
That's tough in today's time.
You hear me?
So this conversation just goes on and on and on. It's still on the Brizz. So how do we get to where we are now? All right, Frank White comes into the play and he starts talking about how he's going to, you know, basically sponsor an event or a battle for Verb and all this kind of stuff. And Brizz, who's still mad about the Mook comment, starts saying basically that, you know, you begging for battles, you just, you know, because Verb said something about he had some audio. He always on his audio stuff. He like, yo, I got audio of people saying Frank White is a lick and all this kind of stuff. I don't know if he ever said who did it or whatever, which is typical what Verb do. Maybe he did. I ain't hear all that. But so I think Brizz said something about that, like, yo, well, who is it? Who is it? Put it out there. Who is it? All this kind of stuff. You always saying you got this. You never put it out. Blase, blase. You just trying to use Frank White. So it gets into this whole, you just using Frank White. Like, why is Frank White trying to put you, you know, in a battle or whatever? So it gets to that kind of talk. And then it gets from there, I guess they argue and the disrespect started, man.
You ain't nothing but a stupid following nigga.
Brother with the Armenian cave beast can't call me no jigaboo. It's just not worth a lot.
Before I play, he gets into Brizz Rothstein talks about Verb's baby mom, and I guess she a snow bunny. So he, you know, he from he Muslim, so he got a lot to say.
Hey, you don't have a girl that can stand next to that level though.
Oh Lord, I got sisters that I have met that could definitely stand on par with the female devil.
Hey, listen, hold on, listen.
You and your you hear how you sound by this little Caucasoid devil, y'all? Look how these niggas start wilding out.
Hey, no, that's not a Caucasoid. That's my daughter's mother, you bitch ass nigga. And I'd have cracked you with a gun in real life over the front of your skull.
Oh, that's your daughter's mother?
Yeah, nigga.
Oh man,
what the fuck I'm telling you, nigga? I'd end up
you did that
shit in real life playing with me like, yes, sir.
Oh, that's cool. Well, we'd have rumbled about it.
Yes, sir.
So,
you hear what he say? We would have rumbled about it. Now, right here, I feel like Brizz, if I'm keeping it real, you could have said my bad or I apologize right here. But this is the pride that niggas be having, right? So you and Verb got a little respect for each other, and right, y'all have been talking about just what y'all could do in the ring. I did this with URL, you didn't do this, I can beat you now, you can't beat me now, you da-da-da-da-da-da. Then it goes until he mentions like, yo, you disrespected my mom, the mother of my kids, you could have been like, my bad, you know, let's just keep it on us, whatever. But he says, well, we would have just been rumbling. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, Brizz, you wrong, bro. I gotta keep it real. I ain't really wanting to be defending Verb, but in this situation, I feel like you wrong. And when he was trying to explain it,
he said it's his big mom. I didn't know it was his big mom, but we was in there playing, you know what I mean? I said, you know, I made a white girlfriend joke, and that got tight. You hear me? All of a sudden, it was his daughter and all that. So He started talking like he tight. So I'm like, well, what's up? Like, where do you want to, like, take it? Type shit. And then what all?
Where do you want to take it? and credit 40 bars. She tried to clean it up for Brizz. This is what 40 said.
So, stop playing, brother. Hey, bro. The girl with that make her let all this.
I'm done spending an obscene amount.
Hold on, let me get the 40. Let me get the 40. Hold on, let me see. Hold on.
Any resolve if that wasn't sure back his children's mother? Is there any resolve? Is there a way that it can just be like, or are things too far past that, or is there?
I mean, absolutely, it could be. I mean, if that's what he wants, But I mean, if he don't want that, I'm cool with that too. You know what I'm saying? Because if there's still a certain way you handle shit.
Right, yeah, especially if you're saying that wasn't your intention. It's one thing if you like,
don't know your kids, bro. Don't know, like, no.
Right, that was a mistake.
I feel like
sometimes things can happen. If that was a mistake, or if it was like, I feel like maybe y'all should try to come to a resolve. Maybe somebody in the middle, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have a relationship with Verb, so I'm not saying you're accent of it, so I wouldn't even insert myself, pause, but if I did, like, I'd be like, yo, maybe I could have a conversation or get on the phone and, like, situate it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because
that's Verb got my number.
So right there, she says, I feel like y'all can just get on the phone and work it out. And Brizz is still talking tough, bro. Brizz is still talking tough.
See what I'm saying? Verb text me.
If somebody.
So that's how I know these niggas be for show, man. Whole time he doing that, I'm texting him. You gonna eat every word. I'm texting him while he talking. He ain't saying that though. You gonna eat every word.
Damn.
Yeah, so like, yeah, them be for the show, man. Talking that FOI shit, cool.
That's what it sounds like.
Now, what? I hate that lines after. I hope like lines don't get crossed where like you guys can't come back from them, because like we all here. Like, I ain't trying to be Mother Teresa or nothing like that. Me and Verb don't even have like the best rapport or relationship for that matter. But I still wouldn't want y'all to have to be on like that type of shit over something that sounds like a misunderstanding. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like it's unfortunate. These kids are bad as shit out here.
I ain't gonna lie, it sound like something that could be easily resolved.
Bro, that shit is definitely stupid, bro. But you disrespect men on a you know. We can handle however the fuck he want to handle it. Okay, I'm done with, you know what I mean? I'm done with the humble shit. It's straight up the humble shit, because I don't know what to think. And I come about this bow tie, come right where you at. Take it how you want to take it. You and all of you suck.
The Muslim and threw an SMD out and everything. So, Brizz, let me give you some advice, man. You're not gonna. First of all, Verb is more popular than you, so he got a bigger fan base, and fans gonna rock with him because he a more polarizing figure. Second of all, you still ain't battled Mook. You still didn't get your lick back on Mook. You still say Mook sucker punch you. All this kind of stuff. All I know is you ain't got your lick back, and you ain't got your lick back in the ring. And as long as you running from Mook, which he basically feels like Mook just punched you into a new religion and punched you out of battle rap. That's what it looks like. And until you resolve that issue, this is what you got to deal with. And it's still affecting your mental. You are still triggered by it. You are still bothered by it. The thought of the word Mook, you could say Mook like 3 times and it's like pop up in your mirror and you just get petrified until that, because at first y'all were just having a healthy discussion of I think Mook could beat you, no, I think Mook won't beat you, and then it went to all this D-Ride talk and all this kind of stuff like that. But at the same time, the culture values Mook a lot in this culture, and the culture thinks Mook is nice. So just because people got Mook beating you don't mean they meat ride. They just mean that they think he'll beat you, and I think he'll beat you too. So let me just put that out there. But until you get your lick back, it's always what you got to deal with, bro.